without having that fully embedded, you don't have any basis for anything else that you're doing. I mean, that's the basis for the business.
Sally, what do you want to say about you and the initial consultation, you and anything that we've heard today?
It is so important to incorporate this stuff. It's the difference that makes the difference. It's what sets you apart from everybody else. It's what really does drive that point home. And the more you use the initial consultation, we say it all the time. First, you're going to imitate, then you're going to assimilate, and then you're going to innovate. My IC now looks very different from what it did in 2012. And in fact, Paul and I, in 2016, Paul Berkoven and I started doing all of our buyer ICs together on Zoom.
And so, Sally, where does Paul Berkoven live at?
Oh, yeah. Paul's in Pennsylvania and I'm in California. So, we've been doing it that way for 5 years now, and it has just been an absolutely awesome way to work with our clients. And in fact, we do seller ICs together as well, because we want sellers to know that they have options that may involve financing their existing home, even if they don't need to finance their second home, the home that they're going to move to. So we do some stuff that's really creative. And what we have learned to do over the years is we start by planning a referral seat at the beginning of the IC with the My Purpose, but we don't use number 12 anymore. Mm-hmm. It's an absolutely presumptive close because people are so happy with what they've gotten in an hour and 15 minutes with us that we, on average, get 2 referrals in each IC and sometimes up to 4. And so I'll tell you right now, we are doing what started as 1 transaction. We are now in 7 transactions in 4 different states from 1 transaction, and all of those are related. So I had a buyer here that wants to build a house, so we needed a construction loan. They need to sell one of their rental properties, which we're also handling for them. Paul's doing the loan on that buyer who happens to be the tenant. And then they need to sell their ranch, which I sold them in 2012, in order to be able to, move to the new place. So we've got the buyer for that one. Well, those buyers are using it as a commercial investment. So they need to 1031 exchange out of another property in Virginia, and it goes on and on. So 7 of these transactions out of 1. And this is what happens when you get really, really clear on being able to share this with the clients in the initial consultation right up front.
If right now you had to pick out of all the systems and strategies, where does the initial consultation rank for you?
Number 1. It's number 1, because without having that fully embedded, thanks, Ray. I love my truck tail. Without having that fully embedded, you don't have any basis for anything else that you're doing. I mean, that's the basis for the business, as far as I'm concerned. Everything else you can give to somebody else, but the initial consultation, you really do have to do yourself. And not to scare people further, but taking it to the next level is turning it into a virtual initial consultation, which Paul and I do. So it saves a bunch of time in terms of the time that we're actually spending with people, so that we're really getting to know them more deeply rather than telling them all about what we do. So
I believe virtual initial consultations are here to stay. You just had a wonderful Brovance. And in that Brovance, I think you had the opportunity to see, it was Jesse Ibanez and was it Paul Berkoven share that they're doing their consultations virtually right now. And I would say look for more to come from us and for you for, making these resources just sing virtually. Indeed.